Hey, greetings everybody. I want to welcome you here to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So we're here. It's Sunday. It's time for an episode of this week. I put this episode on every week. Try to get it out by noon. It won't be out by noon today. I had a lot of organizing to do before I got to it. And I'm now using the MSI pretty much all the time. It's a little bit slower uploading videos, but I think the picture and everything is well worth it. So anyways, this episode comes out every week on Sunday. Basically, it's just a kind of explanation of what's going to be on the channel for the week. Whether it's the regular shows or the series that we're running. May talk a little bit about the future series, probably will this week for sure. And sometimes I go into the past and correct the mistakes that were made. Anyways, we've got a full roster this week. I think 17 videos this week. So that's a lot. I'm not doing any one-offs for obvious reasons. Going to make a couple of changes to the regular channel stuff as well. So anyways, we're going to get going here. Got a lot to discuss and I want to get it done fairly quickly. So the first episode, of course, is this one that we're doing. And in technical sense, it isn't. The series we're running usually has an episode that comes out Sunday morning. So that technically is the first episode of the week. But for my description of what we're doing, or for my this week episode, this is the first one. The next one that normally comes out is called Commonalities Compared. So Ben is the orchestrator of it. So he comes up with two commonalities in rock. They could be two drummers, two bass players, two guitarists, two albums, two producers. Could be two of anything as long as it's rock related. And my job is to compare the two and talk about the two. So we have two excellent, so the choices that Ben's given me this week are bass players. We're going back to that bass player thing. And he's chosen Chris Squire, of course, of Yes. Everybody knows this one. And the other one is Tony Levin. I chose this album from Levin because it's the one probably one of the ones I'm most familiar with. He was on this album with Anderson, Bruford, Wakeman, and Howe. So we'll be doing that. Will be it. I mean, obviously he's done a lot of stuff. He did almost all of Gabriel's discography, which is probably stuff I'm more familiar with, but I wanted to go with a band setting, so that's why I chose that album. He's also done a lot of stuff with King Crimson and a whole bunch of stuff. He's probably been over 500 albums. Could have easily been one of those band members that, or nomads, could have easily been a nomad. In fact, I think he might have been. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I don't think he was. But anyways, he could have easily been on that one. If he wasn't, he would have easily fit into it. So anyways, the next episode, and that, of course, will come out Sunday at 8. Sorry, I apologize for that. The next episode out is on Monday night. It's a look back at a classic rock album. I've chosen one from my playlist, and that's this one. This is kind of a neat cover on an album as well. So it's Supertramp. Sorry, everything's still backwards. I still haven't figured out where the turnaround camera is. Somebody might be able to tell me, but I can't find it. I'll have to keep looking until I do. Anyway, Supertramp's debut album will be on the Monday night's look back at a classic rock album, coming out Monday at 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. that is. The next episode is a new mini-series that we're running for the next 6 weeks. Well, now 5 weeks to go, which is Bands by Numbers is the name of the episode on Tuesday. This will be episode 2, which will feature a 5-man band. So there are probably more 5-man bands for me than any other number. So it wasn't really all that difficult, though I kind of knew what band I was going to do, and then I have a bunch of ones that are really close, and I'll mention them all as well. So that will be for the band by number for this mini series we're doing on Tuesday at 8 o'clock as well. On Wednesday, we have our normal favorites show. I'm going to do a 25 this week. I haven't done one for a bit. I've done some 5s and 10s. This one will be a 25. And I'm going to choose a kind of a unique topic for me. This is going to be the 25 most listened to bands in my history. So they may not necessarily be my most favored bands, but they're going to be the ones that I've most listened to. So for those of you who don't know, my rock musical indoctrination started in 1975 with Kiss. Now I had been listening to music before that, but this was really my first rock music introduction. It was to Kiss. So we'll start from that point and go on. And I'm going to give you the 25 bands that I figure I've probably listened to the most. I'll give them to you in the order too that I think I've listened to them the most. So that will be the list for Wednesday night at 8 o'clock, my 25 most listened to bands. So next up, Thursday night. Now I do on Thursday night, I do an alternating. So one week we get albums that haven't quite measured up to what we wanted or aren't quite what we hoped for. That one's done very well over the last little while. And it's going to alternate with the show we're going to do this week, which is called Big Surprise. This will be the third episode of this. I've chosen this album to do. Iron Maiden's No Prayer for the Dying. Yeah, sorry again, it's backwards, but excellent album. It's currently the longest serving album on my playlist, so I already did a look back for it, so I figured I'd give it some more exposure by choosing it as one of the albums for the Big Surprise. So that will happen on Thursday at 8. Friday now, we haven't done anything since the ranking of the albums is gone. I've decided I'm going to do something more of a permanent nature here. So this will be a live stream. So we're going to do a live stream Friday at 8 o'clock. It seems to be the best way to go because for me, Friday nights are a little easier to do than Saturdays because Saturday is a very busy day for me as well. Fridays, I'm at work most of the time, but I could prep it all the night before and have it ready for Friday. So we're going to do Into the Prog verse this week, and it's going to feature this band, Genesis. So if you've been keeping track, I've done Rush, Yes, and Genesis. Probably the three bands I'm the most familiar with. So we're going to do Into the Prog verse. That will be a live stream. We'll do that Friday. I think we're going to do it from 8 o'clock till whenever it goes till. And then we get down to Saturday now. So Saturday we have the new albums purchased for the month. Not a big stack so far, as if you can see. There's nothing on my stack. I've been waiting in the post office for some, but for those of you who live in Canada, you fully realize that we have no postal service at this point. It's on strike, so I may not get any of these albums. I may have to go out and actually find a couple to do the episode with. So that's Saturday at 12. What's New is the episode of What's New, which comes out on Saturday at 8 p.m. We're going to do an album by MC5. Yes, they're doing an album. Can you believe it? It's been 50 years. They're doing an album again. So the album's called Heavy Lifting, and I believe it's already out October 18th. So we'll be doing that album for What's New this week at the end of the month. So those are the regular shows that come out every week. And as you see, I've decided to use the Friday slot for a live stream. This will allow me to do that regularly. Saturday, I usually have different stuff going on that I want to fill in there, my playlist, my new albums, all that kind of stuff. So we are going to, I've been trying to think of what to put in this slot, and I decided that that's what I want to do, at least for now. I may change my mind again. Okay, so the other things we're running for the month are the series for November. My 30 favorite rock drummer albums is coming to a conclusion. We have basically 7 left, the one that came out this morning, and 6 more after that, all going to next Saturday. So the series will be completed by next Saturday, and then we will be moving on. Actually, I think I have this backwards. No, I'm right. For a minute there, I thought I had added an extra day to December, but I haven't. So anyways, we'll be doing that. Finishing off the series. I'm not going to do an honorable mentions for that series. I'm just going to stick with the just the ones that we've done. The next series will start on the Sunday next week, and that will be called December. It will be my 31 favorite albums that were released in December. I decided to choose that month because it will be December. That was the main reason. But the other reason was December tends to be the month that most bands avoid releasing albums in because they don't get noticed for awards and stuff because it's so late in the year. So a lot of them avoid that. So I've picked out 31 albums that I think are probably, well, they're going to be my favorites. So a lot of them I'm really familiar with, some of them not so much, but have listened to them all, some of them a lot. But I just think that this is kind of an interesting topic. So we're going to do that one for the month of December, and then we have, of course, the series that me and Ben has put to me for the following month in January. It's going to be my 2 favorite bands from each letter in the alphabet one day, and then hopefully Ben will join in and give me his 2 as well, and then we'll have a little bit of something to talk about as we go along. So we're going to do 31 episodes of that, releasing. Actually, there'll only be 26 episodes of that. We may talk a little bit about something else at the end, or I may give you a ranking of some kind. Anyways, that's it for this month. I had no stuff to go back to discuss. A few series nights were a bit late. It's that time of year when it's really busy at work, and I'm often pretty exhausted by the time I get home, but we still try to get them in there. Hopefully my brain doesn't turn to mush by the time this year is over. But anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of this week, which is what we're doing today. And we will be back next Sunday with another episode of this week. So hope to see you throughout the week. I hope this will help you decide which shows you want to watch, and I look forward to seeing you. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons and the notification bell. And also, if you can leave your comments in the comment section, I try to answer everything that I can. If it's out of my scope, I may not, or maybe sometimes people just like to make statements, not necessarily answering questions, which is fine too. Anyways, we will see you then. Take care and have yourself a good evening, or a day, I should say. Goodbye.